Hi everyone, I'm BestCat8. You guys won't believe what my husband and I are about to do. First, let me just tell you, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. Please subscribe to my channel and like and hit the like button. We own a car rental service. If you guys have a car rental service, or you've ever had something taken away from you and you want to see what it's like to go and repossess your vehicle and get your stuff back, then come with me and I'm going to take you guys on a journey to Tijuana, Mexico. If you want to see how the Tupac thug it, let's go. Okay, we're in the car. We've taken a 3-hour drive to Mexico. We've actually arrived here and we have tracking devices on all of our car. Actually, we have multiple tracking devices on our car. So my husband and I, before we left, decided that we were going to go get our car instead of waiting 2-3 days for the platform to decide that they were going to go pick it up. They told us not to worry about it, but this is our property and our responsibility, so we decided to go get it ourselves. The car was booked the previous night, and so they've had it for several hours. And so they've had plenty of time to get to Mexico, and they could have even went further if they didn't stop. But according to the tracking device, they have been parked overnight at this motel in TJ right across the border. So we are making an attempt to get to the motel before they get into the car again and start to drive further into Mexico. Okay, so what we didn't want to happen has happened. We pulled up to the hotel or motel and the car isn't there. They have pulled off literally minutes before we got there. So now we are on a chase. Now we're using the tracking device to literally follow the vehicle. And we don't know who's in it. It was rented to a lady, I think she was like in her 30s. And so we're just following the car at this point. What happened was the platform, literally 3 minutes before we remotely unlocked the car for the renter, sent us an email and said, "Don't give them your car." We didn't get that email until the next day. By that time, they were long gone. And we actually just bought this car days before. The funny thing is this is the only vehicle that we have that we didn't have an opportunity to get the remote engine shut off installed in it. We are literally now on a hunt to find this vehicle, and we have an extra set of keys, so we were hoping we wouldn't have to make contact with anybody. We got lucky, and the tracking is showing that the car has stopped. We don't know who's in it or what to expect. No, wait, see it? Isn't that ours?
Yeah.
That's ours. If someone took something from you and you had an opportunity to go get it back, would you? Leave it in the comments. Is it on though? What you trying to do?
Got my shit.
Ready? Here we go. So the people had stopped and went inside of a convenience store. We didn't know how much time we had. We just knew that we needed to get inside of this car and get out the area. We had to come to Mexico and repossess our own car. We old school, this is just how we roll. You know you gotta be prepared for whatever, right? Luckily, there was no engagement or conflict yet, but we still didn't know who took the car or if they were following us. We do not know the streets of Mexico, so we are trying to get as far away as possible from where we found the car so that we can pull over and kind of assess the situation. At this gas station, and Definitely there was multiple people in the car, definitely people in the back seat, and they had unopened beer cans and a throwaway cell phone. There was handprints everywhere, and other than that, the car itself looked pretty decent. There's this driver's license that was left from our renter, but it's cut in half. We're thinking that someone stole her identity and then rented the car in her name and brought it to Mexico, maybe even just for a joyride. 911, that's what it was, an emergency. Just when you think the adventure is over and you're in the clear, the saga continues. I'm pretty sure we've driven through Tijuana, Rosarito, and Baja. We're trying to make our way onto the freeway, but there is no way to get into the lane in order to get on the side that we need to be driving on. Our navigation is telling us which direction we need to go in order to merge onto the freeway, but the police has blocked it off with caution tape, and so we can't make the lane change in order to get into the lane that we need to be in. I was really hoping that we would be back in California before sunset. Unfortunately, we cannot merge onto the freeway, so we're gonna need to wrap back around and find another entry. This is a Saturday evening, and if you look to the left, you will see the long line of cars. I swear it goes back about 10 miles. It looks like everybody is trying to leave Mexico and get back to California. The navigation is telling us where to go in order to gain entry onto the freeway, but the police has blocked it off so far back that we've had to wrap around. This is our second time going around trying to get into the lane just to get to the freeway. We started this mission about 11 or 12 o'clock, and it is now about 6:30. Have any of you ever found yourself talking to yourself when you're in the car alone? Okay, so I'm officially hungry, but food is not the priority right now. OMG, I've seen this dude 3 times now. So my husband, being who he is, cut through the caution tape. Of course, I'm with him, I cut through the caution tape. Obviously, the traffic is stopped. Why did the federale knock on my window? Side note, never attempt to cut through the caution tape because the federales will threaten to arrest you. I want to get on the freeway. I just want to get on the freeway. We've decided to pull over and regroup because we cannot get onto the freeway. So my husband decided that we were gonna go take a whole nother route, and that took us on the other side to Baja. It was gonna take us a little longer, but the view actually made up for it. Actually ran into more traffic, and I think we're still at least 4 hours away from home, but at least we're in line to enter the freeway. And I just thought, look, what a good idea. They have people that have their little carts lined up all down the freeway, and while you're stopping and going in traffic, you could shop, you can get some snacks, you can eat, or just peruse at what they have. All these little carts with all these different gifts and trinkets and
all the stuff that you could buy if you wanted to was actually helpful because we were just sitting there stopping and going. So it was something to look at. If you look at my navigation, you can see the time and the map. We've officially been driving for over 8 hours, and we still have 2 hours before we make it home, and we're still in traffic in Mexico. But at least we're at the border, and there's a guy who I presume he's drinking a flammable liquid because he's shooting fire out of his mouth. And there's another guy who's doing gymnastics. I guess you gotta get your paper however you can. After enjoying all the border festivities, we were finally able to cross back into California and head home. Needless to say, it was an extremely long day, but we made it home without a hitch. You guys, if you haven't already got your It Is What I Say It Is water bottle, head over to infinitelyclear.com and get yours. We did that. I had to turn my hat back because it got real. It was an adventure to say the least. And I wasn't concerned. I knew we were gonna make it back. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys for dropping in. Guys, leave me some comments. Let me know what you thought about my adventure. When you gotta handle your business, don't forget it is what you say it is.